generally just forget that you have something on the stove. If you would get a lot of smoke from it and you wouldn't have fire, you would still, whether you had fire or you just have smoke, you want to take the lid, preferably the lid for the pan, something larger. And you would want to stand back. Some of you, when you cook or maybe for breakfast, you may have light clothing on because it's uncomfortable. You don't want to get too close to it as far as the flame coming on you, and nightgowns tend to, and pajamas tend to catch fire very easily. My firefighter Coney did show you some techniques as far as what happens when the catch fire extinguishes the flames by stop, drop, and rolling. But to get on with the pan, you want to stand back, take the pan lid, and set it over the pan. Once you get that on there, you wouldn't want to move the pan due to the fact that there's hot grease, if there's hot food, you might move the pan, splash on yourself. If you haven't already turned off the range, which you probably should turn off the range, once you've covered it, you may reignite a fire on top of the stove, in the stove, around the stove, thus possibly burning yourself again just from the heat coming in contact with your skin. You also Okay. We also stress the important factor of using pot holders and dish towels. You don't want to keep those too close to the range, on top of the range, or alongside the range. They may be out of the general danger of catching fire, but at the same time, if you have a fire, they may be tools that or items that may cause the fire to extend to other areas of the kitchen. If you do have a fire and you get it out, there are fire extinguishers in the halls, but we probably prefer you not to try to put the flames out. The best procedure would probably be to, once you put the lid over the pan, to move to the hallway, closing the door behind you, and then call for help in there. Go to a neighbor's, but don't use your own telephone. Leave the room, close the door behind you, and that'll generally contain any type of fire to the room itself. There's almost no chance of extension coming out of the room, so you do have plenty of time. Firefighter Coney also talked about careless smoking. Sometimes it's not due to the fact that you are careless, but due to the fact that maybe the head falls off a cigarette and you don't realize it, goes into the chair, goes onto the mattress. As you've seen in the film, it does show that the hot ash doesn't ignite right away. It doesn't create smoke right away. It may only be a small portion of smoke.
He's staying between the two rooms and here.
Sure. A few minutes, and that is correct. But at the same time, it's going to take you a lot less time to roll out of bed, go onto the floor, and crawl to the door. Once you get to the door, open the door, go into the hall, close the door behind you, and then get help. But the important thing is to get out of the room. I also stressed, if you didn't hear about cooking, you don't want to keep